So we're an hour.
Yep.
We've come up to a mash out temperature of
168.
Yep, perfect.
Now we'll
Smells amazing.
Vorloff.
Yep.
Set the grain bed. The mash water. Sorry, the sparge
Sparge water
Sparge water is.
And we've put the additions in the sparge water, the
Yes, we did that earlier, yeah.
salt additions and so forth. Now you gently pour it on the side maybe, so that it doesn't...
Not quite
there we
yet.
go. Perfect.
Oh, that's kind of handy.
That little lip works quite nicely.
How many times do you need to do this?
Probably 2 or 3, maybe. Okay, so David,
Smells lovely.
if you lift the colander
Yep.
out.
That's at 164. What do you want this at?
168. I think when we started to move the
Yes, of course.
yeah.
grain
that's
through, so
gonna-
it's coming up again.
Do you wish to wait?
So I'll lift
No.
this guy and then
So if
you'll
lift-
do the legs.
Lift it up,
Ah, there we
and
go.
then I will pull the legs out.
Oh wow, that grain, look at that bed. Come on.
Yes.
Is that falling?
There you go. You can let it
Oh,
down.
look at that, that's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very simple. What did you set your grain mill to when you got it?
That was just the midpoint.
The midpoint. Okay, so you might want to adjust that a little more because you can see the grain themselves are still pretty whole.
Mm-hmm.
You do want to crush and you want to actually break the husk and you want it to kind of come into a little bit finer than what you have
So
here.
it should be a little tighter.
Should be a little tighter, yeah.
Okay, so
One of
this
the
is
things a lot of people use the credit card. Put a credit card in, tighten
then
up
just
to the credit card, take the credit card out, and then that will give you a much better.
Top tip.
We'll use your credit card.
And people.
My credit card's pretty thin though, Jules.
This is up to temperature.
Okay, so who's going to pour and who's going to hold this, the mash paddle?
On the mash paddle.
Okay. I'll pour.
Shall I turn this
All
off?
right.
please?
Yeah, you can turn that off.
Okay.
All right. And I'll observe to make sure you're doing it right.
Ah, very good. That's very important role.
Yeah, I think you'll get more extraction out of the grain if it's
If it's a little
if it's
tighter?
milled a little tighter. Yeah.
I can move the paddle.
Yep. When we brewed with Doug the first time on this system,
Yep.
we way overshot our gravity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You can always water down.
Yeah. So we had to water
Yeah.
down by
Yeah.
3.5 liters.
Oh wow, that's quite a lot. Yeah. It's always easier to, if you overshoot, if you undershoot, you have to boil for a lot longer, or you have to use some dry malt extract or something to try and bring it up. But then, adding the dry malt extract, you kind of you're not getting exactly what you were looking for
Flavor.
originally, of course.
Pull it back a little, Jules.
Then if you boil, again, you end up with less volume, but you may hit your targets. It's one of those things, it's the trying to weigh it up and get it.
Shift where it's sitting. Just shift.
But then it's a lot about learning the system as well, you see. It's
Yeah.
a big learning curve. Once you've got everything dialed in on your system and you actually understand how your system works and that you've used it a few times, it becomes a lot easier.
Well, this is the third time we've used.
Yeah,
this system,
exactly.
So we're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
While that continues to drip out, I think I'll turn that up to start the boil.
Yeah, let's start the boil, absolutely.
Cool.
We'll get the hops out the fridge. You got them in the fridge?
Okay, we're at 174 degrees. We're coming up to the boil.
Yep.
What is the hop schedule?
Okay, so we have Columbus that we're actually going to add after 30 minutes of the boil. So we're going to boil those for 30 minutes. The Columbus hops themselves are high alpha acid, so we're going to use those as a bitter in hop.
Okay.
We're only going to put half an ounce in there because we want it to have a little bit of bitterness, not too much.
So we're looking for not too much bitter, lots of aroma,
Yep.
and a little bit of
Flavour.
The flavor.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. So this is basically going to be used for the bittering part of the actual of the.
So we're only going to use half of this.
Yep.
Can we reuse the other half in
Absolutely.
another day? How
Yeah,
long
you
will it keep?
if you seal it back up, you can put them back in the freezer. If you
Okay.
freeze them, they'll last for several months.
Okay.
Then we're actually going to use Cascade. we're going to use the Cascade when there's 15 minutes left of the boil.
Okay.
This again will give us a nice flavourful, citrusy flavour and citrusy nose to the beer. And then we're going to whirlpool half an ounce. We're going to whirlpool an ounce right at the very end, which will then give us like this really nice citrus, fresh, no bittering, real nose.
That was all everything that I smelled in that glass when you poured
Exactly.
it right up front. Fantastic.
Exactly. So that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming for something that's going to have a real citrusy kind of kick to it.
So we're 177 degrees now.
Yep.
So we'll just watch this come up to a boil. Then we've got a half an hour. We'll have lunch and come back and add the first addition of hops.
Sounds good?
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Right.